So the first thing we're going to do when you change oil is obviously pull your drain plug out. That's going to take a 3/16 Allen wrench, and your drain plug is flush mounted right underneath your clutch cover here. So we're going to take a 3/16 Allen up in there, break it free. Now be ready, because the moment you take this drain plug out, oil's coming out.
Oh no, don't get oil on my pristine garage, Steve. That was professional.
So you got your oil drain out of there. Now keep in mind, you see this little tick or this little fuzzy thing here? It's not mold. There's a tiny little magnet on your drain plug. So all your used clutch material, used sprocket, chain, whateverness, all that sticks to it. So it's not a reason to be alarmed, but make sure you clean it off before you reinstall your drain plug. All right, now that our oil's draining, we can pull the clutch or derby cover off here. This is going to take a T27 Torx bit. And go around and break all these free before you actually go take them off. Official Harley-Davidson screws. They're $1/4 if you have to buy a new one, by the way.
They do probably have a part number.
Oh, I guarantee it. They probably also say HD on them, too.
It's true. I was really impressed when I first started to even try to get parts for the Harley that you could look back and see parts from like 1928 and they still sell them. Yeah.
Yeah, and even if they don't have it in stock, you can go on Harley's website and they'll give you the part number so you can go down the Google rabbit hole.
Yeah.
They are really good about supporting their old stuff. With the exception of the Italian stuff. Yeah, yeah, more than the dealerships are anyways. So we're going to pull this off of here and there. You sometimes have a big disc gasket like this, or you sometimes have an O-ring. Varies by year. But we're going to pull that off of there. And this big sucker is reusable. Make sure you put towards clutch.
I'm glad it's reusable because I didn't get one.
No missing parts. Everything looks good. Make sure you have a nice clean gasket surface. Once the oil has been drained out, you can reinstall the drain plug and then add your quart of oil. All right, now that our oil's drained out of there, we got a new O-ring here on the drain plug, and we clean the magnet off. So we're going to wipe everything clean, because remember, you've got a lot of road grime down here. And this is a fine thread, so you don't want to accidentally strip it on out. Move our drain plug forward. And then you reinstall your drain plug.
So is this considered the first hole?
Yes, or you could call it the left hole, or the one hole. I don't know. It only takes 1 quart of oil along with the transmission. Just run in until it stops. You can torque it spec if you like. Just remember, it's a drain plug. It's not a head bolt. Just tighten it up. Don't kill it. All right, we're good on that. Next will be 1 quart of oil. Now that we got our drain plug back in, we can put in our 1 quart of oil. And of course, the popular question is, what oil should I use? I would recommend using some that's designed for your primary. It has all those additives and doodads and stuff that I'm not even going to try to begin to explain. But you get 1 quart of primary oil. It even says primary oil on it. Add your 1 quart in a nice, cautious manner that you don't spill it all over Steven's lift.
I like that Harley just lets you just put it through the hole. They're like, you got a 7-inch hole. We don't need to add a spout. Like, deal with it.
Oh, they sell a special little funnel that attaches to that hole there that you can buy at the dealership and says Harley on it.
I was going to say, it definitely had to have the HD on it.
Oh, of course.
And at $79, it's quite the deal.
Whoops, shit. And that's why you have to put it in there, because I just made a mess.
Oh, man, not on my garage.
Oh, it was so clean and spotless. We have now rust-proofed his lift.
So that's it. You just dump the full quart in there, huh?
Yeah, just put the full quart in there. If you're wondering about oil, if you look down inside there, you should see the oil level go up to the bottom of the pressure plate. It's the black disc that's in there, or the diaphragm spring. But it is just 1 quart of oil. Bike needs to be standing straight up. Put it in there, put the cover back on. Don't worry about it. All right, so we have our reusable diaphragm gasket here, clutch, derby cover, or whatever in this gasket. We're going to reuse it. Remember, you put towards clutch. So we're going to line it up with the cover. We're going to drop the screw on the floor.
You want to start?
No, leave it in there. I love doing that part.
Okay. So now that you got the screw,
Now that we picked the screw up off the floor, you can line it up there and thread in there. The nice thing about doing this is now your gasket and everything hangs right there in place. So you can start that screw in there. Don't tighten this thing down yet. Just start it in there. Because what's going to happen is when you tighten this down, it's all going to go crooked. Your gasket isn't going to be torqued properly. Then your Harley is going to leak, and all your metric bike buddies are going to make fun of you. So then we're going to take all our screws, put them in there in a crisscross pattern, just like putting your wheels on your car. And we're going to snug them all up.
This is when the music kicks in. It's like, and like the little bolts just go pop, 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 pop.
So once you have all these started in there, run them all in until you're snug in a crisscross pattern, and then torque them to spec. And remember, you don't have to kill it. It's just a cover. It's not a cylinder head. So while we're over here, we're going to check our primary chain tension. On this Softail, we got a little access window right here. It's the same on the Dynas too. But we're also going to take a T27 Torx bit, take that thing off, and see what's going on with the primary chain.
Once you get in there, I'll move this camera closer.
Yeah. Don't lose your gasket. So you want to check your chain tension here, and you're looking for about 3/8 to 5/8 of slop on this. And that's sitting in pretty good shape.
Go ahead.
If you do need to adjust it, you'll loosen this bolt up here, and then you can actually move the tensioner puck that's down below up and down to set your primary chain tension.
Okay.
You don't want to go too tight because you want to leave a little room for expansion. Also, if it's too loose, it'll make your bike shift weird. But this one's in really good condition. Now we're just going to reinstall our cover. So put your long screw in the top and put our other long screw in the 3 o'clock position. Start those in there. And of course, your 2 small screws in 9 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Tighten them up evenly and then torque it to spec.